This unit is Share Values with Global Value Sets. This is the last unit on the Picklist Administration module in the Admin Intermediate Trail. I am working my way through the Salesforce Administrator, what's it called? Darn it. I went on PTO for a couple of days and I completely lost everything. I am in the Build Your Admin Career on Salesforce. My name is Jeff Alhadeff. You're welcome to join me as I slog my way through this one, and I'm honestly a little nervous about it because it's the last one in a module, which, if I recall, was not the most straightforward for me, and I had a little bit of a harder time with it. And like I said, I'm still on PTO brain, so I'm trying to get back into it. If I come across something useful, I'll link to it in the description so you could jump right to it. I normally show my thinking for the quizzes and challenges below if that comes up. I don't tell you how to answer it, but I'll show you how I did. And with that, let's get started. Okay. After completing this unit, you'll be able to create global value sets, manage global value sets, and promote an existing field's values to a global value set. I have no idea what that means. Sharing makes for easier caring. Okay. That's cute, like sharing is caring. But the qualifiers here make this a little confusing in my mind. Here we go. Global value sets let you share the same pick list values with more than one pick list field. Okay. So you could create a set of pick list values that could then be applied to a number of different pick list fields. Imagine your bakery, oh that's right, we're talking about cookies, has several places where it needs to list ingredients. Assign the same set of ingredient values to more than one pick list field. Pick a single ingredient in one pick list field and several ingredients in a custom multi-select field from the same value set. I don't understand that. Why assign? It's like telling me to do this. I don't want to do this. So what if a person had this problem? If it had this person, this is not a problem, a situation where you have your ingredients are used in multiple places, you could then assign the same set of ingredient values to more than one pick list field. And then when you're making your cookies or whatever it is you're making, you could then pick a single ingredient in one pick list field. Something like that. It's like that. Okay. It's like what? I'm not sure what it's like that. I'm not sure what that is. Consistency of values across more than one pick list fields makes it easier to enter the right values and your data is more reliable. As you change values in the global value set, the revised values show up in all pick lists using it. Okay. I mean, so like if the person doesn't enter like butter one time and then like some other time because they decided to use the French word, which I don't even think that's how you say the French word because I don't know French. Just started learning on Duolingo and that's as far as I got was je mange de beurre. I eat butter. I don't know why a person would eat butter straight. I'm off the topic. Create a global value set. Global value sets are always restricted. You can't convert them to unrestricted. Global value sets are always restricted. Poor things. You can't convert them to unrestricted. Don't think you're getting out of this. You were born into this. This protects your values because changing... I cracked myself up. You can't convert them to unrestricted. you're born into this religion. You can't get out of it. Global value sets are always restricted. You can't convert them to unrestricted. This protects your values because changing global value sets modifies the values for all the fields that reference the global value set. What does restricted mean? What does restricted and unrestricted mean? I don't remember. Did I learn that last week? While you can edit them later, be mindful to create values that make sense across multiple fields. From setup, enter Picklist in the quick find box. Then select Picklist Value Sets. Picklist. Picklist Value Sets. Next to Global Value Sets, click New. It's not really close. Enter a label for a global value set. This name identifies the set in setup and appears as value options when users create a Picklist value field. Okay. Beach activities. Things to do at the beach. Yes, I'm still in PTO in my head. Okay. This name identifies in the setup and appear. Okay. To tell the users what these values are for, enter a specific description in the global value set. This text appears on the Picklist value sets list page in setup. Enter the values, one per line. Okay. You can walk on the beach. You can suntan. If you're on the Oregon coast, it's hit or miss because it rains there a lot. You could skimboard. I actually don't know if skimboarding is with two. Is that one word or two? Yeah. It's a cool activity. Oh, I didn't see this video. I'm just gonna save this for later. Okay. Skimboard. Skimboarding is like throwing a board on the beach, and then bodyboard. Is that also one word? Oh, who cares? You can actually surf if you know how to surf. Again, Oregon coast, it's pretty cold. Okay, optionally choose to sort the values alphabetically or use the first value on the list as the default value, or both. Oh, build a sandcastle. So cute. Display them alphabetically. Click Save to move values or re-alphabetize them. Use Reorder. Click Save. Oh, there's Reorder. I'm going to assign Skimboard as the cool. Use the global value set in the Picklist field. Let's go back and take a look at the page where you set a custom Picklist's properties. Custom Picklist properties. Say that 10 times fast. In Setup, click the Object Manager tab and then select the object to contain the Picklist field. In the Object Manager tab, I'll use the whatever object, because it's an object I have. You click Fields and Relationships. Click New, select Picklist, and then click Next. New. Did I finish explaining skimboarding? Enter a field label. So this is a new custom field on the whatever object. So what do I want to name this field label? It's just summer activities. Why can't I name it the same thing? I'm going to be using this. Okay. Give the default values option, use global value set, and then choose the global pick list you want. From the pick list, stick the other field settings as needed, and click Next. Select field level security for the pick list fields, and then click Next. Choose the page layout so much to include the pick list field, and then click Save. Yeah, make it visible to everybody. And it's going to go on the whatever layout. Manage values for global value sets. As with other picklist values, you can reorder, replace, and change the default value of a global set. You can also edit, delete, and deactivate individual values. Keep in mind, the changes apply to all picklist fields that use the global value set. From setup, enter picklist in the quick find box, and then select picklist value sets. Still have it there. Click the label of the global value to see its details. Notice it looks and behaves just like a picklist field detail page. On this detail page, you can click Edit at the top of the page to change the label, API name, or a description of the set. In the values related list, you can change the individual values and their properties. For example, click Edit next to a value to set it as default. That's how you do that. Skimboarding is awesome. Just if you ever go out there, be sure to, when you fall, to roll. Don't try to break your fall, because it hurts. To replace a value, create a new value first, then click Replace to start the process. Let's see what that looks like. Replace. So why do you have to create a new one first? To replace a value, create the new value first. Okay, so I checked my email. My pick list replaced job stats was done, so I went from beach activities on the whatever object. So suntan was replaced with a new value. So suntan was replaced with a new value. So that didn't deactivate it. When replacing a value, the replace all blank values option assigns the new value to all pick list fields that are currently blank. Why would you have a blank pick list field? Deleting a value in a global value set goes to the background jobs queue. When job completes, your pick list is updated and you're notified by email. You can define it. Okay, I'm not clear. So I just said new value, and I wanted that to replace beach activities. Suntan was replaced with new value. So suntan's still here though. So this is the value set. And then how it shows up in the pick list is different. Okay. Okay, so I think this is the part that wasn't so clear to me. If you have to replace a value, it still shows up because this is the pick list value sets. This shows you all of the ones that you've created. And then what then shows up in the UI when a user actually clicks the down arrow and sees the different pick lists, that's going to depend on if you've replaced something or not. It's like if you replaced one, then that will be replaced. So now, according to this is saying, right, suntan was replaced with new value. It would have been funnier if I said suntan was replaced with sunburn, but that would just get confusing. But suntan's still going to show up here because it's still one of the value sets that's available. But it's not going to show up on places where the pick list value is used. Okay, you can define a default value for the global value set. And individual fields that use the global value set can have their own default values, independent of the global value set's default. You can define a default value for global value set. This extends to formula default values too. For example, the following is a formula to set an opportunity priority to high for all users in the fast response sales profile. Otherwise, the value uses the default set in the global value set. I'm not sure that made sense to me. You can define a default value for the global default value set, and individual fields that use the global value set can have their own default values, independent of the global values set default. This extends to formula default values too. For example, the following is a formula to set an opportunity priority to high for all users in the fast response sales profile. Otherwise, the value uses the default set in the global value set. Okay, so you could set a default value for the global one, but then you could sort of override that default for the one field that you're picking up or creating. Okay. Promote existing field values to a global value set. You don't always know which picklist values make a good global value set before you've started using a picklist field. But don't worry. If you find that a particular set of values for one field makes a good set for another field, you can promote the existing value set to a global value set. Then use it when you create a new custom picklist field. Okay. Go to the Fields and Relationships section of the object that contains the picklist you want to convert. It's the whatever object in my case. fields. Fields relationships. Click the field label for the pick list, click Edit, click Promote Value to Global Set. Okay, I gotta click Edit someplace first. Oh, I see. This one is already a global one. But my best movie one wasn't. So, when you want to promote it to a global value set, newsflash, it can't already be a global value set. Enter a label for the global value set, accept the field name or edit it. Optionally enter a description to define our using value. Pick list. Fine, click promote to global value set again, and I did that, and we're good. Okay. You see the value set in the value section. See the value set in the value section. You see the value set in the value section. Doesn't make sense to me. You now see the value set. Just did it. I don't know what that means. Global value sets offer efficiency and consistency across multiple pick lists, but remember, global value sets are always restricted. Independent custom field values are more flexible but higher maintenance. We believe you just about earned your cookie. You certainly know enough to pick the right pick list. Okay. What this is saying is, global value sets offer efficiency and consistency across multiple pick lists. Like you could create one and boom, use it lots of different places. That's awesome. We love that. That's fantastic. But global value sets are always restricted. You can't change them without changing. What does it mean restricted? I don't know what restricted means. I don't really understand what that means. Independent custom fields are more flexible because you can do whatever you want with them, but higher maintenance. But when we say restricted, we mean, I don't know. You certainly know enough to pick the right pick list and how to change a pick list as your needs change. Pick lists are great for directing data entry and managing values for data consistency. Hands-on challenge, promote an existing pick list values to a global set and assign it to another pick list. You decided to create t-shirts for your flavors to promote them. So you want a t-shirt selection pick list. It uses the same values as your macaroon flavors. Promote the values of the macaroon flavor to a global value set with the following settings: flavors. How do you do that? What was that on? What object was that on? Yeah, I thought that was a bit of a stretch. Okay, so I gotta find this. I don't know where I created it. Note if promote to global set is not available on the macaroon flavor, then make sure to restrict picklist to the values defined for the set is selected. Create a field with the following settings. Alright, so this is going to be in, it might be in the product object. Here's that pick list. All right, and then I'll check that, and then I'm going to look through here, object, product, pick list, shirt, values, and then make it visible to everybody. Promote an existing pick list values to a global set and assign it to another pick list. You've decided to create t-shirts for each of your flavors, so I'll promote them. So you want, okay, so it looks like I'm going to find the macaroon flavor, and I'm going to promote it to the following settings. And then on the product object, I'm going to create a new field called Picklist. It's going to be shirt, and the field name is shirt. And the values are going to be the same values from the flavors global set. So that is going to be promoting an existing picklist values to a global value set, and then assigning it to another picklist. Okay, let's go see how it goes. Okay, so I went over here. I created I went through the process. I found macaroon flavor, clicked edit. I had the first time around the option to promote it. Don't have it now because once something is a global set, you can't promote it again because it's already global. There's not like another level past that. And then I just created this new field, shirt flavors, using the global picklist value set of flavors, shirts that promote different types of macaroons. I was thinking of putting in the help text here, shirts that taste great, which is confusing because you don't eat shirts usually, but if you did, they might taste good. If you could somehow do that. Make them visible to everybody. And add it to the product layout page. And come back here and check. And it's a nice day in Seattle. It's like sunny out, but you're probably just seeing like a wall of white behind me because the coloring doesn't really show that well. So sorry about that. Rockin'. What happened to the laser lights? I liked those. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone.